Hey guys, it's NFEast here. We're here with another deck profile, or I haven't done one in a long time, so coming at you with a deck I had shown off, I guess you could say, on a KCBS vid. My Zero Monarchs. I really like this deck. It's really original, I think, but it works really well. So I'll just get right into the deck profile. So this deck is heavily based on Monarchs, Genex, Synchro, and Heroes. So we'll take a look at all those aspects. Of course, we gotta start with the Monarchs. Caius, best Monarch there is. If there's a problem, you probably can get rid of it with Caius. That or Ryza. So Ryza's sets them back a turn too, because they have to draw that monster you just sent back. I like to put Thestalos in. You can put any tribute monsters you like in your own. You can put Lad if you really like to, but Thestalos burn a card in their hand and they take some damage. And who doesn't love the burn? Mobius, you gotta run at least one of these. Good mass removal of back row. So it's also my favorite Monarch. He's the coolest. And then I like to put a Dark Death Spirit, and it's good mass removal of monsters. So just gotta be wary of whether you have face-ups of your own, because I've nuked my own before because I didn't know the effect. So those are the Monarchs, those are the tributes. So we'll move on to the monsters, or the frog part, or the water part. So here the water part is the Treeborns. You gotta run Treeborn if you're running Monarchs. And I don't run, even this is Synchro, I don't run Fishborg, or didn't. I've had this deck for like a couple months, and didn't run them because I didn't like it, but you can't run it now anyway. So swap frogs and Treeborn to the graveyard, and it's a good way to recycle your Monarchs. It's a really good card. I only run 2 because I have a preferred way. If you say, you know, my preferred way to get Treeborn in the grave is with Undyne, so I can get a +1 with adding Genex controller to my hand. This deck is pretty heavily synchro based, so this deck is a lot of fun. I just love this deck. Yeah, get your Treeborn Frog and Grave, and then add your Genex controller. So I'd put 2 in the deck. Gotta run 2, or else you can't even activate the effect if you don't have one. So vanilla synchro or tuner, level 3, and then a Gale. It's another level 3, and it's probably the second best tuner after Glow Bulb. So we move on to the out of the water and tuner part of the deck into the heroes. If you're running heroes, you gotta run Stratos. It's a good +1 when you summon them. And I run Diamond Dude. Expect to hopefully hit a normal spell. That's what it is. Normal spell on top of your deck, and you get to activate it, and you don't even have to play the cost. So I have a lot of them, like Instant Fusion. I don't have to pay 1,000 life points, but it's really good. I only run one of these because I like to actually put a Ocean in, because he does cover both bases of absolute 0 of being a water and an element 0. So I can send this to the grave with Undyne if I need to. And then the last 2 monsters are just Effect Veiler and then a Gauze. So we got that out of the way. We can move on to the spells because there are no traps. Enemy Controller. This card is really good. Frogs tribute Treeborn when he's special summoned during the standby phase. Steal a monster and then special summon Treeborn again. It's amazing. Soul Exchange. Tribute opponent's monster and take out a card or 2 with one of your Monarchs, so it's really good. You just can't inject the battle phase, that's the only downside. Instant Fusion, special summon a level 5 or lower fusion from your extra deck. It can't attack, and you get to pay 1,000 life points, of course. And is destroyed during the end phase, but then you're going to get a free monster only at a cost of 1,000 life points, which doesn't make it free at all. So, yeah, really good as a whole. So, especially for this deck when you make level 5s to synchro with your level 3s. Too bad you can't activate more than 1, because then you can go into that new level 5 one, the Tiaris and the Aridos. I don't even know how to say it. So, heroes got to run Miracle Fusion. It's almost the only way to really do it now. I probably could put in a Super Poly too. I'm actually thinking about that, but then I'd have to get all the other heroes, and that would just clog up my extra deck even more, because it's already pretty clogged. No more staples. At least here's one for Frogs. Just send the Treeborn to grave. 2 MST. Might run a third. Monster Born, and then Dark Hole. So it's a main deck. Let's go on the extra deck. Mariner. This is what I summoned with Instant Fusion. He's level 5, 1400 attack, needs Bubble Man and Avion, but that doesn't really matter because I just summon him and then summon Genex Controller or Gale and then synchro into a level 8. So it's really easy synchro. Or I can even just summon it and then tribute for a Monarch if I don't have Frog in grave yet. It's really good. Really versatile on how you can use them. And then, of course, 3 absolute zeros. So definitely good. Definitely a good card. One of the best cards out there. Now the synchros. Army Arm, if I don't really have much of a hand. You know, if I just have a Treeborn Frog and a Genex Controller, I can just go into a good 1800 beater like Army Arm. Maybe use this effect, or rarely use this effect. And then Magical Android. Usually don't go into level 5s or level 6s too often. But you gotta have them. You gotta run them just in case. You never know. Yeah, I rarely ever go into 7s, but yeah, you have to run Black Rose. I was thinking you can occasionally go into 7, but I could even run Gungar if I really wanted to. My level 8s, Stardust, the best 8-star to just go in. When in doubt, go into Stardust. It's actually signed by the voice actor. It's really cool. Red Dragon, just get over anything, really. Blow up a lot of defense position monsters, I guess. Thought Ruler, if you're scared of a deep prison or anything targeting, it's really good. Boss Fighter, if you're getting run over, you gotta be scared. Then I go into level 9s, Mistworm. I'd probably take this out for another 8-star like Scrap Dragon, but that I don't have. And then Trishula. Trishula is really easy to get out as long as you start your starting hand. You have Genex Undyne and a Instant Fusion. You can go on Trish next turn. Just summon Undynes and Treeborn Frog add. Send Treeborn Frog, add Controller, then next turn summon Treeborn Frog, activate Instant Fusion, then summon Controller, and sync for 9. So usually every game I'm probably gonna Trish at least once. So that's the deck. Tell me what you guys think. I really encourage you guys to play the deck. So the deck is a lot of fun. So I've won a lot with it on KCBS and DN. I don't even play KCBS anymore, but I had an old vid of KCS on KCBS of me using this in my upload, and I might link it if I remember. Probably won't. So you're gonna have to look for it, which means you won't. So see you guys.